Yama we be akwaba ever spotlight on the way the Jumedi so and say onyankopon aka yen ho no ama yen kwa na se etim kwam nko ade a nature say dia aseda na mano. Today we have a very special guest in our studio. We are going to have a very wonderful conversation, and the conversation is about dating, courtship and marriage. Dating, courtship and marriage. I'm so excited to have this conversation because our teacher and our guest today, he has a lot of information to share with us. And I would really encourage you to please share this video to your friends and to other people so they can join us. Send the day can work spotlight on the weather. And I make Kai will say, "Ube subscribe to your YouTube channel no." Say unya ya. And our friends will say, "Unya boa for Kai say emre so spotlight on the weather. Brenda so see you sunya de say unya kancha for fra. Photo WhatsApp status. Share my on for Facebook. Baby bia will be no share na for sunya akwenya. Ni nyina yin sunya de. Maminda me guest ne di enchel. Onye obi say Mr. George Asah. Pacho eda edin me twa de bia
Asah.
Oh, Asah. Maybe say preacher be. First time I je one number. Me catch a preacher is on send one number. Me no say that George Asah na. Because I don't mean different pronunciation.
Asah.
Oh, Mr. George.
On say akan no. Dimbia di kan no. Ube pronounce Dimbia.
Okay.
Je makum na ben but yenka
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, aka twi kasa no say dia na yi say yi but ana nti benya ebia esamua
okay
Asah. Nti enye twi no sa neti Asah, it will come with yi.
Odiano for nyampo baby a we ye tete ho keke mpo na ye sha ase adisia no
Because Fantefo Asah. I don't know starting with yi. I work on Asah. To can Asah. Now the call Fantela Asah.
Okay.
But we need Asah. Name me ano ye Asabia. So what Asabia? Until Quapim no, or be any Asabia, or very many Asah.
Wow.
Now we remain to see the opportunity. I'm fine chile adekakra.
Yes, sir.
We say ansan so. Na esa ne ansan ntino. What they asan one hwe ya nkrofo be fra ansan amanaka anaso wo twro a obesesa no nti my protect me den ma bom me ho ba me wo cousins bi a wo dey asan won na yira asesan because one more ho ban a de bia no be na ansan. Oh,
wow. You need to protect your name as well. Yes, so this is Spotlight on it. My name is Derek Danso and we have Mr. George Asah with us today. We are going to discuss dating, courtship and marriage. Say, can't work cheap, Casamwa. The kind of you can't dating, you can't courtship, you can't marriage, and I remember all the brofunichi dating. For me point of view, bra, me nyina bepem sese no, me nyini nu baby ah. Now so me read especially dictionaries every time be any definition. Some people will confuse at a point, you're confusing dating with courtship at a point. And my teachers be brave. And almost obiane and the preacher about Kubeka say dating and one courtship. Bakubeka say dating and your courtship. Bakubeka my confused. And you can say dating. What is it? You can say courtship. What is it? And you can say marriage. No, but you better fall into detail.
Okay, language and kasa and our words are dynamics. Depending on the generation and the thing that we use to. So then we are good scholar. We say be roots. I could hear the roots of that word.
Yeah.
We share English word. You could be bringing. We share French and we share the definition. Or because this came from Latin, this came from the French, and I say, where the beer or baby a ifiba, and a generation beer say now we used to know effort. And inti as and then others are like seemingly confusion ever.
Okay.
But ni nyina no e wo ne nkyerase e wo kwan a generation na ye wo ne beti ase wo fa date na wo hwe Bible mu a it is not there
the word
dating of Bible no.
Okay.
And even concept no krapo no so no papa
Okay.
Okay. Concept no. Now, senior well can we say unyi but when you kakra bribi atwam maybe 50 years ago no. This word wasn't common among Ghanaians. That generation.
I was a taboo.
Yes, dating now. So it wasn't common. We related to baby maybe preparing towards marriage. But offer dating no asimfuana ejina ho mani ma bebre. But akwa is a generation who can dating pe na akoye about implanting only obi hihye wa kwa warem. But I can give you a date. You gave me a date.
Yes.
So it was dating. You called me. I want us to meet and do something. You were dating me. Where do we meet? Dating. So his brother or general definition, dating means that giving someone a date, arranging with someone to meet on an issue.
Regardless of the sex.
Regardless of the sex. So a man can date man, woman can date woman. It has nothing to do with emotional relationship. It can be even on business.
Okay. So like you're going on a date. That
on a date.
Your appointment.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. So general meaning, and no. And you can even court people for business. You can date someone for business. You can court someone for business.
Really?
Yes. And you can even engage someone in business.
When you show them, you can catch me. Say, hey, be a sister, but me know what they do.
Yes, that's anything. Once I hear she sister me wo adwuma bi na me pese me no di hu komo nti bribe na obenya kwan no or agree you are dating each other on a particular purpose.
Yes, not an emotional
relationship.
Okay.
But what dating now say hey dating and that is our problem.
Yeah
ntoye mbo ase hwe contest kona ye use asimfuano word no ewo no na enya the proper meaning.
Wow.
But so without that we hear outside what kind of dating na me obi say me dating na me chere say well you can date me though I'm married but we can have a date. So what kind of date?
So that's
what kind of date?
That's what I'm about to ask you. And you say you can date in general sense. So what are the other explanations to dating? And say me catch your Bible say me person me date you pet na idea na kwa
because of the generation say ni afa no.
Okay.
Na baby ayeta use no. And you use in emotional relationship more
than the other.
In the business club, I want to give you a date or I have a date with you. I will say, papa, nipan papa, what do you mean? Because of the way we've been using it.
Okay.
But say, then anybody can use it. Obi abeti me a use. Into a generational thing, generation, amano different particular definition. And a balance a stay. True. Because that has been the accepted definition for the word. What do you mean? Because the woman accepted because that is unipa as a trankas and tembiano rules and regulations are set because of
what is happening in that
generation. And I assure so this is anima. And so even language, cry binya, a maybe assembly or how can a baby before, a baby so how can I baby before. And almost everything, all aspects of our lives, comes with the generation and their meaning to it. So say haircut, dressing, me no haircut, I mean no yet trust there was a time I mean no ye cha near show cronfire ye betchery. Yes.
Okay. And then okay because me hear papa the old pictures afro ngwa.
Exactly.
And so then me kwaya afro catch me say me kai me jam this something of me say na abranti utino we jam no dey
not quite long ago.
Ono kasa camp where you
yes, not quite long ago. How will you see Ghanaians with beard.
Yeah.
But now almost everybody is wearing it.
Very true.
And so, I mean, I say it is our dynamics. I say about our lives and what is happening in the system and how we should understand issues. Because ujina fa kuma ohobechero. Ujina fa ko say because it will have different meaning altogether to a different generation.
So that in that case, to our generation, what then would we say dating is? First?
Yeah, dating, now that is it. So see a crowd also Dani. Dani said now dating has different purpose. But dating is an emotional relationship. It must have a purpose and it must be timed.
Purpose and timed.
Yes, because if you have the purpose, if the purpose is I want to marry, then it means am I ready to marry before I start dating?
So 2 questions.
Yes.
Am I ready to marry?
The marriage is the purpose, ultimate purpose, or goal, or objective. And so, when am I start dating towards that marriage in a timing? And so, if you are not ready, you don't start dating.
So, Tameti, the can I say, onye crowd say opese
yes.
And who here say, don't dating.
Now an 18-year, 17-year-old school JHS is dating. And obviously, one purpose is not for marriage.
At that point, purpose in Tia ended definition of dating say obemani obabi
eshia na wode akwaware mu enye no there be obenantwai the mani be and so they call it dating,
especially me child and some of my students from even JHS SHS university university they be more aben but JSS and SHS and they come openly, they come to you like, okay, sir, so I'm in a relationship with this person and I'm dating that person. And to the old channel say, the person should know, say, dating has a purpose. And that purpose, you can't meet at that point in time.
No, you aren't ready. So students can date each other, but what are they dating for? Well, the purpose. Menya they were mass. And they were mass. I want to.
Mass didn't make chaos. I remember those days. They have say also with Siamas. Time of more to study mass here 1 hour.
Oh yeah.
But Omumbe Kasa mass near 15 minutes.
So I'm dating as MSc because I want him to help me in a subject, a particular subject. That is also a date. So when you begin to talk to the person about it, trying to arrange, okay, he or she agrees. Towards that now, you can say we are courting into that because there have been commitment. You court when there is commitment. So that is courtship.
Okay,
what
so
level be at?
I'm trying to understand your in a sense. So the dating, with the dating, there's nothing like commitment in there yet.
No, that's why you can meet multiple. You can date multiple.
You can also date multiple.
You can date multiple because there's no.
Hey, that's so beautiful. Okay, there are a lot of things I know. You are either refuting them or saying new things. Okay, so from what you are saying, you can date multiple people because at the stage of dating, there's nothing like commitment.
There's no commitment. And so I need someone to help me in subject A.
Okay.
So meaning make classmates 4 hours.
And that is not an emotional.
No, not at all. So A, B, C, D. One more yard. Hina no obe penny. No what me. So I can date multiple.
Okay.
Oh, bro, I want to meet you. Oh, sister, I want to meet you. What is it about? Well, I have problems here, so I want to meet you. And you are dating that person for a purpose. So you can do it multiple.
Okay.
Because but Obi agree. If you enter into the next level, like courtship, so there's a commitment, and that one, so you want.
Oh, okay. And teacher say,
now we'll concentrate on that one person and we'll agree to your proposal.
And at that point, then it's courtship.
There's courtship because more yenema edemu more purpose no.
Nti say the emotional
the
aspect
same.
The
principle
thing
applies.
Okay, that means emotional aspect no na now watch them must say
you still can who go school sad emotional dating, you don't need it. Why?
Yes, that
dating is very, very expensive. It costs.
Punch very, very expensive.
Yes, not just monetary, but time, your intellectual energy, your emotions, and everything. And so, at a time, you need all these things for your studies. What they have about dating, and some that emotional dating. Sometimes they can even take everything about you. He can take your time, your emotion, your intellect. I mean, say, the girl be a chi. Now, so be in nama. When you come here, who bet me as fiade? What do you mean, fiade? Who call class a crane? So,
so would we say maturity is also needed here? Especially, there may be some question that was related to my JSS and my SHS students. So now, your graduate university setting where the person is more mature to handle some.
Exactly.
At that point, you would say
it will be Sammy.
Okay.
Say, when should someone start dating? You'll be a one mature. And you can maturity, you can educational level. GHS and SHS when you may you change. Because someone is paying your fees. Now, tertiary. Yes, most of them, others are paying their fees. But a minimum so one the fees. So we can say at that level, no, people are mature. So if you start there, it's okay. But if you are not ready, don't enter into it because it is expensive. It is very, very expensive. And whenever we talk about expensive things, people are man for kusika. And yet, sana me kasika ye be a play part. But I'm talking about your time, your emotions, your intellect, energies.
Okay. So at this point, my next question was going to be who can date. Now understand the definition says you can date you can courtship. Now what my aim say even say emotional part no, say a general one no, say commitment in your bemu then it graduates from that point to courtship. That means say the next question obviously will be who. Why now me suggest S4 SHS4 because of all the factors now can. Now those who can you be specific about
the who can date is someone what bonnet brand would we say now I will need a partner.
That is with the emotional one.
Yes. A life partner in my life. Now if I will need a life partner in life, how well am I prepared? Physically, emotionally, and maybe spiritually.
Okay.
Make physical preparations. Like if you're a man, you don't need money. You need a job.
You don't need money.
You need a job.
Okay. That's maybe a bit generative.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That is what they need. Okay. Even if you have $1 million. And you don't have a job, you marry a person. So you need to secure a job. So you ask yourself, physically, a job, and at least accommodation. I'm not talking about 3-bedroom or accommodation.
Okay.
If you're a man.
You just said you're not talking about 3-bedroom.
No.
What's the...
accommodation. If it is single room, it's an accommodation. Baby, I need to buy and bet me other.
Okay.
I'm about to count. Because you are ready to marry. So if you are a man physically, these are what you need. A job and accommodation. Without that, don't think about marriage. For you even to think about dating.
Okay, so who can enter this is one who is sort of accomplished to some extent where Juma.
Exactly.
Number 2, dying. Okay.
That is physical. Emotionally. Then we are talking about emotional maturity. Why you're ready for life dynamics. Niema ankui ya obetimi ejina. Niema koi ya ultimi injina eni nekeka ho ni nyina. So emotionally, how well are you prepared to accept negative things, different things, how to live with? Because the one coming is definitely different
from you.
You can never get two people who are similar. And so, personally, if you ask me as a counselor, I don't believe in compatibility.
Okay. So, Mr. George, Asah, the counselor is saying that he doesn't believe in compatibility.
Because
when compatibility just say,
there is nothing like that in this world. Once you are two different people, Bahamas special baby, baby so ha, so because we must be compatible. What do you mean?
Yeah, because I think I've heard this in a marriage class before, where they taught us you'd say before find you be only compatible, and if you are not compatible,
there are certain things you must look out for. But when you use the compatibility thing, then I have issues with it. But if you say maybe someone you share a vision or values in life with, I agree. If that is what we call compatibility, then I agree.
Okay.
The mechanism. Because any people have different values and visions in life. You cannot marry. When you marry, you have problems. With the mechanism. So that is what I mean. Emotionally, how well are you prepared? So we really didn't quite say my bit in Ukun didn't quite say my bit in and yes, idea in dating, because awarin nothing. I can count to awarin 1 week. 2 weeks. Men can't see men can't worry out and see but ubi awari 1 week. No one know. Ubi awari 1 month. No one know. Ubi awari. I interviewed someone just yesterday. Yeah, I think yesterday. Yes, yesterday. Also, pass or we skak a crowd on one or a match or skak a crowd on one obijai.
Or a match?
Yes, match.
Match your me.
Your me. So we skap ha obijai.
Oh, I didn't.
Oh, they say
okay. I know. I said, there goes a on the other of us, shall we a spotlight on the way they are discussing dating, courtship, and marriage with the counselor himself. Or yeah, brother or Churches of Christ. He's a preacher as well. He has taught so many years. He has been. You mentioned, sir, you baptized.
1981.
1981.
And I started teaching 82.
82. Wow, sharp for the work already. So that means over the years, almost
41 years or 40 years. If it is 82, 40 years.
So we have over 40 years experience here, and that's very great, sir. So
and I've taught in about 200 congregations, different.
Wow.
In the Churches of Christ, but outside congregations, other churches, Baptist church, other churches, Machiradi, other churches. Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of experience there. Then back to and they are spending more time on the dating and the courtship. Then in another segment we look more on the marriage. Yes. So the when of dating and courtship has been established, but this is the case. For example, now you're here to say Obia or Bobra, and I say we do university or Koneni. I think last year, 2021, any 2020, COVID by now man for I think about from one campus, close to 14 people married from one university, and most of them were pairs. They started their relationship on campus. Then after completing, they got married. About if I recollect it right, over 14 relationships. Okay. But this is the case where we also have some people too who started relationships and
they will break before
plenty also break up. And some of our audience, most of our audience are youth. Yes. With these dynamics, we have should I say counselors or teachers who teach that no. As a university student, don't go there. Don't look at dating or marriage at all. Then we have the other side where people have also been able to have a successful relationship and they've also gotten married. and they are having, I think this year we've had 2 or 5 kids coming from these marriages. How do we understand all this? Better than you say, maybe I'm in university. Me make a decision now. Me nyɛ deɛ.
One say, also a teacher. Into your researcher findings. I find yedi results dodo na jina baby a dodo no one. You are talking about thousands of students. Okay. And then you saw only 14 who were successful. It tells you say that is not good enough. Okay. It's not good enough. Okay. Yeah. So yes, others will start there and marry. But how many of them out of the majority na how the results and the findings they busy propositions and findings and the conclusions where the majority stands. Okay. And so you are looking at thousands of students, maybe 6,000 are graduates. Now about 50 crapple warrior. It tells you that it's not good enough. So, the balance is not there. It's not good enough to date there. We are not saying say some cannot still date and get married over there. But we find it because somehow kind of say it isn't good enough. Okay. To start there. Okay. In most of the time, no, when they tell you now, well, you won't figure now we use to a romo. Okay. If you ask married couples, we need 1,000 hour. Very few in the one first dates. Very true. That is very true. very few. No lie in that. No lie. So it tells you, say, most of us weren't ready, and we entered into a relationship, and then we find out that it won't work, so we leave just because we weren't ready. So we come back to the point at what kind time, and I will describe it. The who say it should be somebody who is ready, mature, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Okay. We'll talk more about the spiritual aspect with that one too. So I would like to ask, say, where would you recommend, say, somebody would want to start a relationship with another person leading towards courtship then marriage? Where? Yeah, being a nipano. Say from explanation, not just say. So baby, a nipano do. Oh, an abrabo. Yes. Look, I make catch you say, "Oh, very man. Me go school, me nyejuma." And this is a journey of Yahoo. I agree and accept. If you should actually say, adolescents echo young adult echo. What system? Because you are transiting from childhood to adulthood, from dependence to independence. Who demands about you as an individual? Adults. A girl came to me just some few hours ago, 17 years. Okay. Now listen me if you come in the bar na ya share. Niema wa listri. And 17 years or during parents who or during on your future, what you want to become and this. So to say, nipa not on you happy. Now, what did I tell her? Me say, look, I do not and it is not yours. I do not it is not yours. Is to concentrate, focus on your studies. So that is yours. If you combine it, you cannot take it. But unfortunately, from adolescent to say, we all go through. I went through it, and you also go through it. You are looking at one, expectations from your families, expectations from the society, your friends, and the expectations from even your school. Yeah. And so the society have their own expecting you to do this. Yeah. So expectations. The church also has their own expectations. So as a young person growing into adulthood, that's your first challenge. We and if you are one person, all challenges. Your own identity. Even friends. What kind of friends do I make? Because you are transiting. When you are young, your parents, friends, children were your friends.
True.
Automatically, by default.
Yeah.
But as you grow and you are transiting, you see, say, who parents namfunu nche da nyawo namfudwem.
Yeah, that way they mean sure about says sometimes my parents omo create some WhatsApp page ma omo man any say okay, we are friends and we get to the page and we are like
boring.
Nobody's talking.
Yes.
Nobody's saying anything. What are you doing here?
Boring.
I mean,
because you don't
our parents are friends. We are not friends.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Very true.
So you'll be transiting.
True.
When you were young, your parents were quite you could be straight in much. But the point in time, one more particular was the best year.
Boring.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we should begin to appreciate these stages of our lives, transition stages.
Okay.
And it will help you to make decisions. Until we know if you are your own identity and what do you want to become. Sometimes you even get confused as to which profession you want to take. And then when you have challenges with all the expectations,
and some don't even up till now, even though they are in university, still don't know.
They still don't know what the kind of profession are.
Yeah.
And so you have all these challenges. It was saying kofa or beer no berima for extra and that's why I said it is expensive. Very, very costly. Enti se unya ni ye na onye obi obe guide wa na uyi niese se uyi fi ho no uyi fi ho niense wodwene ho no de to ho. You see, when we say balanced life, sometimes we think balancing life is your energies and your resources. And the kakra, these are your needs. You have maybe 4 or 5 needs. So the kakra toa, the kakra toa, the kakra toa, the kakra toa. That is balancing. Balancing life is not like that.
That is our understanding.
No, balancing life, God's balance is you have needs, but they have times attached to them. And you know, I will need this, I need this, I need this. Now this current time. What do I need? Okay. So that I will direct all my resources. No, I'm not telling you to stop the other needs. You suspend. Some can be suspended. So yes, I'm suspending dating till I complete my course. It doesn't mean say, baby, when you don't have that feeling because emotionally. As you grow, you are transiting. Now that kind of, so needing a partner, but it is up to you to exercise control over it. And no, say, I'm not ready. Because it is not just feeling, it comes with responsibilities and certain demands. So I need to control it. My kind of suspend me, they're not share stress. Now concentrate on my books or what I'm doing now. That is balanced life.
So this is a balanced life.
So you need to balance your life first. And no say, where the maybe I'm not going back. Where so make me I not chana. Better then me. Utimi a ball brush show brassa. It means you are maturing now. Nephew, then you move to the next level and the next stage of your life, which is dating now. So now I'm ready. Maybe my complete so but my mission. That is the time we multiple dating because you are not committed to anybody.
So you are not committed, and that's very important.
You are not committed
because our generation, our understanding of commitment is another thing.
Yes.
You think committing, okay, you will get there very, very soon. Only other of us say, oh, shall we? Spotlight on the word. We are just reminding you, say we have an app on Play Store and App Store. Okona search Spotlight on the word. You will get the app on Play Store or App Store. Your website is www.spotlightontheword.com. Okohonoma lessons are ye no any ad. Afofo aka bebre e wo honom na aboama ye Kristo suma yeso etumi aye pepepe. That in a space of about 5 minutes na ye na ye nkomo we say esi na Nyankopon adma next week ye the next section na ba say afei nipa no why ready why crowd so person why then obey. Now you have courtship no and marriage, but a little on the commitment no any dating any courtship no any commitment no and they say bra nipa no afi we free school send na work no why crowd say oh okay or share anabra boma or percent or settle and that you heard Ghana no most of the time I quite say majority send the occasion for majority
yeah I agree.
Yes, majority no especially mema more than 5 years and sana like I said all kind no settle
yeah
abba
it's okay,
but there are some people too they don't have to wait that 5 years even before they come. Professor Wako University, he got married at 23 obewie university nana or worry enti and so kese da saa fenu ni ntem but the work can say looking at statistics na e won enye best say what do adwen ba ko si nipa kakra bi ne de ne so na mu be hwe kese no that was just sana
but you see sir professor no 23 was they are in the minority.
Okay, well, that is true. That is true.
The reason they are also waiting to survive no say ne capacity obia ne ahoden. Some are multi-talented people.
True.
And so some people can do so many things at a time
and still be okay.
And it's biblical. Matthew 25.
Wow.
Ebi no man 1, obi o man 2, obi o man 5.
Yeah.
What they make. And so some people are able to combine things together. Obi wetimi aware, awo akọ school, aye adwuma.
Very true.
What they make. But obi wo ha, emu ba kokra ye the problem. School no kra na ye the problem.
True.
It also share obi say okọ school ware nti ono nso ware a. Why you mistake?
True.
Wow. That man is a professor. Got married at 23. He's okay, depending on the capacity on what to do things in multiple. And I'll call such people multi-talented or multi-abilities. They are in the minority. I got married at 21.
What?
In fact, I got married. Years. I got married and I think
no, that we need to
the following month.
Yeah, no, this one.
No, but I don't want me.
They come and
offer me an example.
Yes, but you have to interview especially because this is not an interview. But 21 years.
Yes. In fact, before I attained 20, I got married in August and became 21 in September.
Which year did you get married?
80.
Those days I married for.
Next August will be my 42nd anniversary in marriage.
Wow. But those days, people were not getting married at. Well, the ladies got married early, but men were not getting married at early stage. Or
it depends on who you are and what you are doing and what you want for your life at that time. And it didn't mean one size or a free so. So you need to look at yourself. You see, before you say I'm dating into marriage, you need to look
that
at
you're opening another perspective.
And you need to assess yourself and
very well, sincerely.
This is me. In fact, even making the selection. You see, who are you? What do you want in life? And what do you want in that partner?
Wow.
They should come to play. It is also bye we have for this is man worry na me. Yes,
oh, you know
me. Because here no dey the worry. One person access who can I afford? Can I make it? Can I handle it?
Okay.
Can I endure? Can I bear? You need to ask all these questions. And Sana, what you are more. When you answers then you date. And so when you multiple date, then you are going to look because you have your own plan and purpose and your vision or values in life. It is some multiple dating and not who fits into your plans. For instance, if I want to be a professor, I want to be a lecturer and become a professor one day. It tells me, say, if I begin dating in GHS, SS, it isn't good. And so, and if my near careful, now me could say you or SHS, because a cobasa me wareno, no credit me into your school sphere. Now wakas yo, na makoye professor, and look at the gap. Wow. And I'm not saying you can still not marry the person. You can marry. But that gap never be that honor. You need to be a strong person to be able to maintain that gap and keep that woman as your wife for the rest of your life. Because if you are not strong, at time along the line, whoever say you made a mistake and one will be jarred.
That you do marriage now, we will talk more about it. But
dating in America.
Quickly on the multiple dating.
Dating, okay.
How does it come? I have not personally, I have no experience.
Oh, okay. Dating, you are lady A. Okay. Now we are men here. So okay. Lady A, lady B, lady C. Sure. Okay, get closer, talk to her. Maybe I want us to go out, sit somewhere, buy a bottle of Coke. Who needs carrot or one cook? Obisa also the and then my fasting. You don't need money to make an answer.
Yeah, you don't need
now,
to show.
Then one didn't come or visiting one or two. Another time I show another lady. And when I make
and at that point you don't tell the person.
No. Okay. No, you don't tell her. You don't tell her. You just interview and make sure my share numbers go bon come on. But now the share.
Yes, he said the only guy say sister because maybe I'll conclude that now.
I'll conclude here. And then when women come to me, I ask them, have you asked the man? Has he proposed? What the mechanism? And I my own daughter, Nubian and Tobe too. And I'm saying, have you asked them? I say that is too early. And I'm saying, no, it's not too early. Ask him why.
Why is he appealing?
Yes. Because only nipa no pay one, fine. If you don't ask, there's no problem. Two, well, you can be granted. Third meeting, you should ask the person why. Why this meeting? And you need to know. You don't ask.
Then what if he says we are just friends?
You are friends. Okay. Or I have plans to marry, but I'm still searching. That's all. So that you've not committed yourself. When you ask most of these guys dating for years, why are you still dating and you are not married? Miniska. And I say you are a fool.
Why? Now why do you say that?
You've committed yourself in a relationship. If you're a guy and you are dating someone into marriage, there are certain basic share gifts.
Okay.
What they make an answer. And maybe
so this portion of your presentation is what you are supposed to do to keep somebody towards
exactly.
Yeah.
So maybe you buy credit.
Okay.
That is. I mean, say, open will be a woman person worry. No, at least one and how talk credit man. Okay, just any phone anyone say that's all fix your man. But you see, you are the same person who says you don't have money and that's why you are not married. So the best thing is don't date. Save those monies. Okay. If you buy one CD credit for a lady a day, how many CDs? One CD times 1 year. 365 times 2.
Hey, 600.
700.
Yeah, 700 plus. Yeah.
And tamahin neto.
Okay. Then it's to be.
But you have on tama, and you've dated for 2, 3, 4 years. You be so the miniska. The discover Alberto list near my was crowd nibi. Meanwhile, over 2, 3 years now, how much have you spent on this relationship? If it's one touch your man cry, when you go out, move a faka, move a fried rice, be number B and the
boat amber full.
Boat, how can I readiness now. Why now we have savings towards that.
Okay.
We are made it way for that chimaware, we dowry, we ring, we not the nina to 3 years. So when you move out, now multi dating and child by worry because unya open you are ready. And that will reduce the duration of your dating.
Yeah, but this also in the courtship and dating process now. What if say me fan say on the other side, you know, say no kind say in this case I can say kakra bia obenya bia ubetumi dia settle. What if family expectations inti ama emema bebre, and I know this from I be more amate that say because of ebusuafo expectations and I say and for say expectations and e bi mpo a oba na nkasa na say be ma ni mpo expectations inti no Ebi anka sɛ wo kan no kɔpɛ dan ba ko bi to obia na say be ma no enye good ma o nti no wo twɛn a
so dan ba ko no mpe
o say te say dia wo ka say dia wo ka say so obetimi a bibi kakra but obe meet all the qualifications na ebusuafo no ye na good but ene enuanum bia minim no they will not do that.
Fine.
The advice in anything.
Okay.
During our court, I don't think okay.
Okay, family expectations. Okay, family expectations are. What do you mean? Do you need to take care of family members or what?
Not family members, but everyone said to say our real nankasa. Any friend white collar wedding. Any ebia film pam ko tinem say na mo siesie. There no I don't know how many people be
so can physical preparations, you know.
Okay.
And ni nyina so be kire nipa no maturity.
Okay.
What they make say hwe metwe me nka nche say ubetimi a high 20 bedroom now no yira kotrem a in high.
Okay.
I mean go ahead.
Okay.
Where they no person okoto jets, private jets. Now the enkogum ni ebeba no ekogum ni eye go private jet ni ewie na obeto jet na achine a na wo ska enfame ho obetimi ay go ahead and do it. But once who knew say wo no
according to me
one no just single room just single room na obetimi enti no oh, he showed the man, sir. If the woman come and say, "Make the single woman pa," it tells you, say, unqualified to become your wife. You see, I don't know. Command the agony.
Akuma.
Any agony, and now command. If you can't say, if your mom say, command it to you today.
Okay.
So one fat two in na yejuma, ube mess up, big time. Because heart in the krachi mawari na mewu heart no language oti aro ewura we mawari na mewu but I didn't make calculations I just say ewura we the suban me wari na mewu.
I get it. I commanded the straight.
I commanded the open.
Etini na be just
say there be
ubewu ampanso
ubewu one the commander catch say one wari a ubewu but the tin so catch say wo wari na ubewu. Meaning say what I say commando say
desire a lot of things
the commando say manware a mewu into susu say mujaya ubewu but the thing so aye calculation say we say we so ware mo a e na ubewu na ye jai and so tell say ujaya ho beto
the head over heart
exactly
head over heart
wow. But you need a heart too. Yeah. Because of course you cannot marry someone without a heart
emotionally. Yeah.
Yeah. So you need both and balance it. And when you need to use this, you use it. When you need to use this, you use that.
Okay, that on the other for last I said 5 minutes, but I think the conversation is helping a lot. And last point, courtship and a dating. Okay, I said Bible more and share but can we get an example from the Bible with regards to courtship and dating now here for commonly is
Bible no your examples we play.
Okay.
Just like our current dispensation. Old Testament man. New Testament you won't get any example.
Okay.
Because New Testament is almost silent about how marriages were arranged.
Yeah.
And it is understandable because the New Testament religion is universal, every country.
Yeah.
So God, I believe God in his own wisdom purposefully left it that way.
Okay.
So that every culture, every tradition, every country can couch its own way of arranging marriage. But the Old Testament was about a particular tribe or a particular nation, nationality, Israel.
Okay.
So when you give rules, it's okay. Even that, what you mean say made selection, Rebecca dating and courting, arranging to marry, wasn't even one way because looking at wife for Isaac.
Yeah, Genesis chapter, I think that will be Genesis 20.
I think 19, 20.
Yes.
It was they knew nothing about each other.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, the dad sent for the woman, and they brought the woman.
Yeah.
But then you move on the next generation, Jacob wanting to marry.
Yeah.
Oh, they tea. And
for 20, almost 14
it took
years,
him 14
but
years.
he stayed there for 20 years and served even
Yes.
more.
Yes. So who knows of penel? And I never fire.
I have a lot of questions from that place.
Okay, no problem.
But maybe not. Because I read it. I have done an exposition on that on our Bible pod.
Okay.
I discussed the marriage of Jacob and Isaac. But what was surprising to me was that he dated. Okay, I am saying he dated. But
you don't have friend dating. But only say, and was said I won't dating. You can't get closer to the woman. But you say me peno. I'm a counselling. So Ohuna, yes, we be home. But a young Yanina.
Now on Aquatina,
David, because I didn't generation behind the impo Ghana Hakurano. Some time back, yet to me, one person will worry. But one young one, you must send them for a year. Are we going to say they were not dating? They were. They were. True. Because me aunties Libya and I feel walk. And we knew before they entered into the marriage, the men. We knew them. Our baby funeral, but I don't know a funeral baby, what won't come out or another time they won't go out together like we do today. And are we going to say they were not dating? They were.
And, okay, that explains it. That explains it because it told me and like you're saying, their understanding is from their own kind of mamity, then they had a one jacket kind of understanding to this whole thing. Because if you catch them and say they never dated before they got married. But the old kind of say, oh, the
dating.
And one another
dating. Because we had a date. Why is Rano? Maybe I make on my crime member or China or member. Into a China member. A date. Not in American, but not and take it form and shape and no power number year now. I mean, a phone no could do a put my Freddy go. They were dating all right. We cannot say they didn't date. No.
So we have a case with Isaac different. From Jacob there. Yes. Oh, okay. Now, what about Mary and Joseph? Did he?
And also, once I need a New Testament in it.
Yeah.
But the non was why and see what.
Yeah.
So betrothed, and yes, and all kind. And so it was within a context of their culture.
Okay.
In the one will be an up and then now here. Maybe we how quiet. Nebuchadnezzar for now. And when you see they were not dating, are you saying they were not seeing each other? Then how come Mary was able to communicate the message to Joseph?
Perfect.
So they communicated. They were communicating. Until Mary would have gone to Joseph and say, and I said, Joseph, come and say, my fire food. Hey, now we say, this is all they were dating.
Okay. I guess it's been an interesting conversation there. And next week, we are going to continue this dating and courtship before the marriage. Okay. Because I just noted, say, we need to look at the do's and the don'ts. Now, not for maybe can say my Friday the JSS SHS one day. But even that one, Obi a question I would ask later on. And Tinyakupa subsequently we are going to look at the do's and don'ts for people who are now preparing towards marriage. Okay. And I feel so in Yanumbia, they be waiting that. They are not getting anybody to marry.
Okay.
In the next segment, please watch out. You're going to discuss that. My name is Derek Down. So Mr. George Asah is with us. That will be here out for in 1 minute now. You have common ANC.
Oh, but the crab my busia. Me o ka for the man me nanum.
Oh,
me body ana.
Oh, me no find out that.
Okay, we go for Florence. Me ma Candy, Penina, and Daniela.
3.
Yes, and my grandchildren.
Great.
Kemit. I think Kemit comes first. Then. Hey, are you? Jezil. And then who comes next? then Kirsten,
okay,
who is Akosia, okay, Mami 5 years no
so
Kofi, Yao Peyin, Akosia, and Yao Ketwa.
Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much. I've enjoyed the lesson. I hope you also did. We'll meet next week, same time, Sunday, 3 p.m. to continue our discussion. God richly bless you. Yakro Bibia.